guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be another one of the products I changed my mind about videos. I feel like I've done a couple of these already on my channel, so you can definitely go and check them out if you want to know more of like the earlier products I was trying out and how I've changed my mind on those. But these are more recent, I want to say, where I feel like I have changed my mind about them and I've dethroned some of them. Mostly I think all the products in today's video are ones I've kind of dethroned. I don't love them as much as I used to earlier, but then there's also like one or two things which I feel like I like a little bit more than I used to like earlier. So in case you're interested in knowing what those products are, then please keep on watching. I'm gonna start with sunscreens first because I feel like it is a very active topic that I talk about all the time in my videos. And there are two sunscreens which you have seen me talk about a little bit more these days. I'm speaking about the Fix Derma one and the Deconstruct skincare one. Those are like my top two favorites right now, but I also have spoken about a lot of other sunscreens in the past, and I've also recommended a lot of other sunscreens in the past. So these are two of those which I have spoken about really great things about in the past, but I actually think that I almost don't reach for and grab for them as much as I used to earlier. And the first one I'm speaking about is actually the Dermaco 1% Hyaluronic Acid Gel Sunscreen. This is one that I've recommended to a lot of people actually in my personal life, and they've all come back to me and told me that they absolutely love it. So even though I've bought a lot of backups of this, I'm actually planning on like passing down those backups to these people who really love it, because I just feel like this is not my go-to sunscreen anymore. I would say that this formulation was really popular a year or two ago, and back then the options that were available out there in the market were actually not as good as this, which is why it got a lot of attention, it got a lot of hype, and so many people really loved it, including me. But now I feel like it is a little bit more creamy and a little bit more shiny, dewy than I would like. I am actually gravitating for more of something that I could wear under makeup that has a more mattifying finish or a more skin-like finish, not as dewy, not as moisturizing as this could be. Keep in mind, it's not a superly moisturizing formulation, but it's definitely more moisturizing than what I would like, and I think that's why I would rather pass this down to people in my personal life, like my mom, like my friends who actually have more dry skin. So I feel like they will actually like this way more than I do. And like I said, again, this is my current tube that I'm using, so I'll probably use it up, but I have a lot of backups which will end up getting down and get passed down basically to them, and I don't actually see myself repurchasing this for myself personally. At least I might actually repurchase some for my mom, but I won't repurchase any for my own personal collections. So that's the Dermaco 1% Hyaluronic Acid Sunscreen Aqua Gel. Yeah, that's what the name is. Talking about another sunscreen which I don't know why I didn't realize is actually very similar to the Dermaco. I keep telling you guys that the Aqualogica sunscreens are similar to Dermaco, and it makes sense because they're both owned by the same parent company. Well, turns out the Honaza brand, which basically owns Dermaco and Aqualogica, has actually acquired Dr. Sheths, which I recently found out through Shreya Jain. She did a very insightful video talking about brand acquisitions and how the beauty industry is changing. I would try to remember and link that video down below in the description box in case you want to check it out. Go and show her some love. But she mentioned that Dr. Sheths is acquired by Honaza, and I was kind of thinking about this prior itself, that this specific sunscreen, which is the Dr. Sheths Haldi and Hyaluronic Acid sunscreen, is actually similar to Dermaco as well. And then when I found out that Dr. Sheths actually owns Honaza, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. They basically gave the same formula to Dr. Sheths to create their own sunscreen, and that's what this is. So again, because they're so similar, I feel like the reasoning that I had to give you for this, I have the same reasoning to give you for this as well, is that even though I have mentioned this in one of my previous videos that I think this is a great summer sunscreen, I still agree with that. But I will tell you that if I had to use something, I would rather go for the Deconstruct or the Fix Derma over this, as a summer sunscreen, or as like an oily skin friendly sunscreen, or as a makeup primer sunscreen. I would rather use those over using this. So I'm just automatically less gravitated to reach for this. And I also did another video, which I'm going to give you a shameless plug, is comparing all my favorite sunscreens, where I speak about this, I speak about this, and I tell you that these are actually more expensive than Deconstruct, like value wise, price per ounce wise, or rather I should say price per gram wise. And this I do believe is a little bit more inexpensive as compared to Fix Derma. But I like the formulation of Fix Derma way more than I like the formulation of these. So I feel like that's why I've kind of changed my mind about them. And I wanted to let you know that I will not be repurchasing either of these two in the future, and going forward I'm just going to continue to use those two, because again, like I said so many times, I love those two way more than these two. So yes, I have changed my mind, and I have decided that I know what works for my skin, and I know what would suit my routine better as well. So I wanted to let you know that. But again, if you have more normal leaning dry skin, I think you would actually like these more than you would like those. So I also want to give you that reference, just so you can make a more informed decision for yourself. Any which ways, let's move on and talk about some makeup quickly. I have spoken about how these two lipsticks from Miss Claire are cruelty-free dupes / alternatives for my favorite two shades from Maybelline, from their Super Stay Matte Ink range. And I have spoken really great things about them, but the more I have used them, the more I've realized that these also give me butthole lips, and these also transfer more to things, to people. Like if you're kissing someone, be it like a lip kiss or a forehead kiss or whatever, this actually transfers on people. It's just not, I mean, it's a great formulation, don't get me wrong, and I love them. I actually bought a new shade as well in this range, because I do really like the formulation on its own, but I just don't think that it's the best, most long wearing, transfer proof, kiss proof formulation that is out there. So that is the reason why I feel like I wanted to mention that specifically in this video, that I have changed my mind about them being the best lipstick. That being said, if I have to compare Maybelline with Miss Claire and tell you, when it comes to this shade, the nude, I actually prefer this formulation for a nude, for an everyday lipstick. That being said, if you want to go for a more bold shade like this one, the pink one, I would actually prefer Maybelline, because having, of course, like a deeper shade in a formulation that is not super long lasting would not help. It would not be the best. So if I had to go for this shade, the pink, I would go for Maybelline, the ruler shade. But if I had to go with Amazonian from Maybelline, or if I had to go with this one, I would definitely go for this one. So that's a little comparison, just so you know. I wanted to update you on this. So yeah, speaking about Maybelline, I also want to speak about another product that I have again changed my mind about. That's all this video is about essentially. So the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 20 Light Medium is one that I have used and I've repurchased also, and I feel like I repurchased this in a little bit of a hurry, because I was also repurchasing the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder for a video, and I decided, you know what, I need to have this on hand for the video to show you and compare you. So I ended up repurchasing this for that. But by the way, again, I'm doing another shameless plug. I did a video comparing all my favorite loose powders, so I just filmed that right before this video. You can go and check it out as well. But for the sake of that comparison video, I wanted to have this product on hand to show you and share with you. But like I said, again, out of these three, if I had to eliminate one, I would be eliminating this one, because this has more coverage, and I feel like it's not as easy to blend onto the skin as these two are. These are more easy to blend on the skin, and they're also more versatile as compared to this one. So I feel like if you're someone who is more into glam makeup, you would actually like this more. But if you're someone who's into more natural, everyday, non-makeup-y, cakey looking makeup, you would actually prefer these two loose powders way more. So I don't really see myself continue to use this. Since I have repurchased it and it's actually a fresh tub, I'm going to have to go through this and use it. I don't want to waste my money, I don't want to declutter it, so I'm just going to continue using it. But I don't think I will repurchase it after this. I think I'm just going to continue repurchasing these two, because I definitely love these two way more, and they're a better value as well. I mean, the Makeup Revolution is not the K-beauty, but yeah, I definitely have changed my mind. Also, forgot to mention one more thing that I've noticed about the Maybelline one is that you have to be very careful with what moisturizer and sunscreen you're using underneath, because I feel like that can also make this product look cakey. So do keep it in mind. You need to have some really good priming products underneath on your skin before you put this on. So yeah, that's that. And if you are wearing foundation underneath this, it's definitely gonna look makeup-y and cakey. If you are using this like I do, like as your actual base, I feel like it might still look a little bit more natural and lightweight. But if you use foundation underneath and then you use this to set on top, it will definitely look cakey and more like makeup. It won't look as no makeup natural. So that's that. Moving on, let's talk about my last two products. Unfortunately, I don't have one to share with you because I don't actually know where the tube is. I feel like I lost it somewhere. It's the Deconstruct Skincare Skin Soothe Moisturizer. This is one that I've spoken great things about, and I actually repurchased it, hoping to continue to use it as a more affordable moisturizer in my nighttime skincare routine. Turns out the tube that I had separated, and it completely went bad on me. Like literally, when I squeezed out the product, there was white, like very disgusting looking fluids. Like it had completely separated, you guys. If you've seen a moisturizer separate, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. And the entire tube had gone bad, like literally the entire tube. So I just removed all the product out, squeezed everything out, and then I wanted to like cut it and recycle and wash it. But I also wanted to show you first. So I guess I kept it somewhere. I don't know where I kept it, and now I lost it. So that's why I couldn't show you the tube in this video. But it is very similar looking to this product that I'm going to talk about next. It's just that it's white with peach on it, whereas this is the NMF Hydrating Moisturizer, which is blue with white. So this is the other product that I wanted to share with you and speak to you about, because I feel like I've gone very back and forth on this. So I wanted to give you my more thorough review, and I'll tell you why I've gone back and forth on this product as well. So when I first got it, I loved it because I was going through a lot of retinization back then. I had also just started incorporating retinol in my skincare routine, so I felt like my skin was raw, and like there was, again, like I said, a lot of retinization happening. So this helped my skin heal a lot. But then once that was done, I felt like this was not serving me too well, because it's like more of a lightweight moisturizer. It even says that it's meant for oily to combination skin. So I felt like this was not as hydrating for me as a nighttime skincare moisturizer. So then I stopped using it. I had it in my collection. I had like an extra tube that I bought to keep on hand, and I just had that. And that's this one. So I didn't use it for a long time, and then recently I started using it back again, and I did like it again to use in my nighttime skincare routine. But the same thing happened again, where I felt like it's not super hydrating. It's not something that is going to deeply moisturize your skin, and more often than not, when I wake up using, like after I've used it, I find my skin to be a little bit dry, and I'm going through that recently. And I'm also using a bunch of new products as well to try to find a new favorite nighttime skincare moisturizer, and it's not working. It's just not working. I tried so many different ones. Even today when I woke up, like literally my entire, like the skin around my lips was like flaky, and I've not experienced that kind of dry flaky skin ever, specifically in the summer season. Like that's never happened to me. It might have happened in the winter, but again, I don't even think it's happened to me in the winters. So my skin is just not having it, and I feel like again I will use this product up somehow, but I don't see myself repurchasing this, just because, yeah, I just don't think it's working for me anymore. I'm really happy that it helped me when I was going through retinization, and at some point, if I ever start using tretinoin, and again if my skin goes through a hard time, I'll probably repurchase it for that sake. So yeah, let's see about that. But for now, I will not be repurchasing it once I use it up. So those are all the products I wanted to share with you and speak to you about. I hope you find this video helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed it. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will make sure I list everything down below in the description box in case you want to purchase any of them, or in case you want any references in terms of the names or anything. So I'll have everything for you down below in the description box. But yes, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.